Summary of where we last left off, you had just transported out of an area that was submerged several hundred feet underwater. There you found a sphere of divine energy. You were able to, since you already had quintessences, to make your own connections to it. In that area, you did come across an apparition of what looked like a child. Some people did get visions. They got visions of a room. And in this room, there was an experiment it looked like going on, being done by obviously somebody that was probably a parental figure to the apparition. In that room, you saw what looked like a table made out of andamite and other metals, runes carved into it. It was next to a unusual stone kind of basin area where a tree was growing out of it, or a root of a tree that you'd seen before. It was orange, and energy with runes patterns floated below the surface of its bark. It looked like the individual was getting ready to start an experiment, and with it was some other plates on the table. He was arranging these plates, which you now know are aboleth rune plates, and it looked like the apparition was trying to warn him that he was arranging them incorrectly. Before anything could be done to stop him, though, he did arrange them incorrectly, and an explosion took place. You did see at that time a five-pointed star burnt into the back of the individual's hands as it literally melted the gloves off his flesh as the tree exploded, and you all lost vision of what happened after that. Except it looked like the side of a building exploding that faced a large, black, very turbulent ocean. You did see what looked like a tentacle come up out of that area as well, but that was the last you saw of any visages there. Once that was done, the party did notice that there was an aboleth circling the area. There were a lot of these kind of broken plates in the area too, the same ones you kind of seen in the vision, but different because they had different symbols on them. From there, you left through a rift that opened up. After leaving that rift, you came directly over to this floating piece of barren rock that's obviously floating 1,000 feet above some forested floor. Dark, brooding clouds are flying past overhead very quickly. Lightning strikes can be seen off in the distance as well. This barren wasteland, you're standing on rocks, but below you is a desert valley. But as this wind blows across its surface, you can see millions of skulls. They are just below the surface of the sand. The plants that do grow are growing out of massive clumps of skeletons and mummies. And it looks like this has maybe been here for thousands of years. They're pure white because of the bleach of the sun of this area. You can also see that there's an archway and two flat stones next to them. This archway seems to have a being sitting on top of it that I described before as a 12.5 to 15-foot tall humanoid individual. He stands there in a red robe that drips continuously of blood, but you're able to notice with your perceptions it was literally his flesh, pulled and stretched to where it looks like a hooded robe over his own body. Otherwise, besides that, he stood up, and the first thing he did was reach into his heart area and tear out his own spine and part of his skull and threw it at you. When he did, it whipped across like it almost like it slid through the dimensions. As it did, you notice that a wave of energy started to form around you as you got close to it. You feel yourselves, your minds now, not your bodies, being pulled towards it like you want to go towards it. As you do, you look at your other comrades around you and you see what looks like almost mirror images splitting off from them. But these mirror images look like different versions of them. Like Kitty has black and white fur versus tan. And you see Darmus as dark brown and yellow versus the white color he is. You see Azek, you see him back as a Belnorn, but then you also see him carrying his armor and his gear like he's a Magnus. And you see these images that some you've seen before, but others you haven't seen, ripple from them almost like ghostly images that kind of vibrate out of them and then come back in as this gets closer to you. At this, you can also, at this point, you can see that there is a large portal. It looks kind of open, but you do see the Eye of Ra, the same brand that some of you bear on your head. You can feel it kind of pulsating, not giving you a headache, but kind of you're aware of it tingling as you look at the energy rippling through it. And at that, we begin. Oh, and water splashes to the ground because every one of you are soaked to the bone, but you're slowly drying. And at that, if you guys want, you can roll initiative to see. I already set up a tracker, so you can go in there and just click your dice and go ahead and see where you're at in initiative order, and I'll start asking what people are doing one by one.
Unfortunately, I'm still loading in because I was running a bit behind this
Oh,
morning.
that's okay. That's okay. I can click it for you if you want.
Okay. And if it's alright, I will probably be using time infusion on that one.
That was weird. I have to reload in. I clicked to roll the dice. I got the dice over on the other side, and then poof, my screen went black.
I'm prompted to roll for Gojin.
I got 8.
Oh, you got an 8? Cool. I'm still reloading in, guys. Sorry.
I am also loading back in.
Question marks. The Riddler. The Riddler dice.
Yeah, somebody has hidden rolls on. They're going to have to show their rolls. I don't know. That's cute. Yeah, the system allows you to hide rolls, but it can hide it from the DM too, which means it's not valid. So it's kind of like, okay, I don't get that one, but I'm back in already.
By the way, I'm full to new.
And most of the time, everybody else sees question marks if it's rolled to GM, by the by. That's why you guys see question marks. Okay.
I think I had less power points than I have now.
Yeah, I moved them back up as soon as you came into this area by 20.
Oh, okay.
That's when on your turn I'm going to give a description to you of something that's going on. Okay.
It's not wanting to let me roll.
I already rolled for you. Sorry. It
Oh,
gave you a 23.
No. Alright. Sounds good.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were going to make it in, so I figured I'll just go ahead and click the button for you. If you want me to drop you from the turn order and redo it so you can roll, you can do that too. That doesn't bug me.
No. It's all good. That's towards the higher end of what I could hit anyways. Actually, can I use my time infusion on this one? The one that lets us roll twice for initiative?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alrighty. Let me see if one of the rolls I clicked actually did go through or not.
I see one for 23 that I did, but nothing else.
Going to try clicking initiative again, and if it doesn't want to let it go through.
You could just roll, or you can just roll, and I can manually change it too. There's still a lot of things I have to manually do in the game, and that's no big deal. I get some automation.
All right, it looks like we're keeping the 23.
Yeah, the 6 doesn't look too hot. For some reason, Brian's roll didn't come through. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. I think I'm still waiting on Isaac to roll.
On who?
On you. I don't see your roll in here unless I'm missing it somewhere.
No. I got a 23.
Okay, let me just add that in there then. some reason it's not showing it to me. That's weird.
Okay. I see I'm fourth in the line, and my
Okay.
name is New.
Oh, that's weird. Wow. Okay. Let's double. Oh, it's a token thing. I know what this
What?
is. Let me fix
It's
this
a
now.
new name.
When we built your new character, we never changed the name of the token from new, your prototype token, and that's what that is. I caught that on another thing I was building. So let me go in here and look at your prototype, and it will change that. That might be causing the problem too. Prototype token.
I'm not against the new name.
You can always change your name. That's the pretty print stuff. I'm dating myself there saying pretty print. That's everything a system does that has no value whatsoever to its operational function. Okay, and I'm going to rename this token real quick so we know it too. From here forward, that should be fixed now. I changed your master token.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. All right, at that, I will go ahead and begin combat. Bang. And you got what? I'm going to actually update your combat because it's not showing it still. You got 23, you said, Hazik?
Yeah. It's showing on mine.
Okay.
I'm just behind Empress and before I.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing on mine. That's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello?
Alrighty. Howdy,
Hello?
howdy. We can hear you.
Okay. I'm not sure why that went wrong, but there we go.
Modern technology. Have to hate it. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
round one. We have Gwendolyn. I'm not sure how to proceed. That's exactly, literally what she says. I'm going to just follow your lead, Sorrel. I've never been to this place before. She's done with her turn. Jolie. Okay, things that you noticed from the last time. When the creature pulled out its spine and threw its spine and neck as a staff, which is in front of you, you noticed that it shifted its feet. And when it did, it put itself into what you would consider a running horse stance to the left, but it's actually utilizing something that you realized is a punishing kick of a hungry-handed monk. And the way he turned his foot, you notice that his body seems to have rigided itself as well. You notice that the flesh flattened towards the skeleton a little bit more. So you believe he's using advanced techniques of a monk.
Okay. Well, I'll tell everyone that I think we're looking at a hungry-handed monk here, guys, so be very careful. He will start to drain you if you let him get too many hits.
Since you're a monk, you actually get to do a knowledge religion and use half of your level as a bonus modifier to a roll on knowledge religion. Anybody else on their turn can also do a knowledge religion. It is a very, very high one. These things are not that common.
Okay.
On our own turn.
Yes, on your own turns, please. Yeah.
Knowledge religion. Half my level, you said?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. No, not sure what that creature is. Okay. What are you doing for your turn? Let me unpause the game so the timer starts.
I will first off tell everyone that. I will then I'll put my rapier away and bring out my staff. And that.
Okay, I also need you to make a will save.
Okay.
Good save. You made the save. You felt that thing wanting you to move wanting to make you move towards it. You did not move towards it. You felt your mind pulling from yourself as if something was trying to suck your intellect out. It was such a racking event that it's left you nauseated. Now, this will last through your next round. So you'll be nauseated, which means you only get an action or a move. You don't get both because you're nauseated. Okay?
Okay.
And everybody who makes the save can expect to be losing next round. This is not a savable effect. If you blow the save, it's worse. If you make the save, you're only nauseated. So I will put the nauseated condition on you.
I'll say to everyone, stop retching slightly. She's using some kind of mind thing. It's making me ill. Be really careful.
Anything else you want to do?
I'm also going to cast a spell. Let me just.
Robert, I'm sorry. Do you mean staggered or nauseated?
Nauseated. I mean nauseated.
It says the only action such a character can take is a single move action.
Oh, move. You're right. You're right. Thank you for correcting me on that. No. I was thinking staggered for a minute. You're right. Nauseated is move and only move out of the area of effect normally.
Yeah.
Right, so I can't cast the spell. Is that right?
Correct, until the end of the next round.
Unless you can cast it as a move action.
You can still move.
Well, I mean, he'll probably fall back slightly because he's retching slightly, so I'll move back to say here and probably open my guts up sort of over here, maybe.
Yeah, it kind of flies out into the distant trees down below. Way down below.
Okay, and I'll look really surprised at that because it's supposed to go down, not to another country.
Yes. Okay.
Can we have a quick action in
No.
this? Or is it... No. Right, okay, that's it for me.
Yep. And Empress is going to try her knowledge religion too. Nope, didn't get it. Now she'll do her will save. She made it, and she is nauseated as well. Okay, and that is Empress's turn. Azek.
So
as you hit this plane, let me explain some things first before you take your turn. I got to pause it for a second for my narration. As you hit this plane, you felt a chaotic stuff about it. You'd never felt this before, but you feel something fluid about the arches. As you're sensing psionically, you can feel something that I will give you a knowledge planes on. You believe it might be flowing over the surface of the arch. You're not sure, though.
Plane.
Yeah. Oh, good roll. Nice roll. Okay.
Okay, I should roll for religion too.
Yes, you'll need to do that too.
Okay.
There is a material known in the plains as Karak. It is very, very, very rare. It is liquid chaos. Okay? What it is it's a metallic substance, and it's highly prized by the Gizare. The Gizare who fight the Githyanki on a never-ending battle because of very religious reasons. Okay, not just because of the Ithalids and the war that went on there, but the Gizare use this as a weapon because it forms into whatever mentally they envision, and it hardens itself harder than andamite when it does. And the psionic wielder, mainly Gizare psionic warriors, use this liquid because they can contain it anywhere on their body. Once a psionic warrior or psionicist has touched it or come in contact to it, it forms a mental link to them until they die. They cannot be separated. They can literally swallow this liquid, and it'll stay inside their body so that they can sweat it back out whenever they needed to and form it into any weapon they might need or any device they might need.
Sweet.
You feel this stuff coming and vibrating from the arch itself and the two platforms beside it. And just because of its closeness to you, you felt it expelling psionic energy towards you. And that's what gave you the 20 extra points when you entered this area. Your religion check was high enough to know that that type of creature is known as a Hunden. Hundens are creatures that come from an outer plane of, it's believed to be limbo itself, and they're the remnants of creatures that's knowledge expands past some of the ages of the gods. They are not gods themselves, but they are known for being the possessors of lost or ancient knowledge. The problem with them is that they are very powerful aberrations. And being a powerful aberration, they normally have an affinity to want to destroy life itself. These things are so out of place in any reality that they actually have a shifting in time, that they actually exist not only now, but in the future and a little bit in the past. Because of this, you could look at them as always possibly not being there when you swing, which constantly means figuring out exactly where to strike them. There's no way around it. Normally with creatures, you can put up like a true sight or true vision or arcane sight, and you can bypass things like displacement and stuff like this. This isn't a displacement. This is a shifting of time. So their ability to actually be missed cannot be avoided by anything itself, except maybe an affinity to time that would allow you to see past that type of a protection. The other thing is that strange attractor of theirs, that strange attractor is actually attuned more towards lawful beings. And the more law a being has in it, the higher ability it has to drain all of their mind directly out of them. That is actually what the Hunden feeds on. It feeds on the experiences of other beings. That's what you know about them. If you had to rate them as a strength of a character, this thing could punch out an ancient dragon, probably. Maybe even a worm by itself.
Yes. Sounds about right.
Normally when they're seen, they're the harbingers of doom for a society. Because if they show up, the entropic fields that they create just existing there causes everything to begin to unravel, even reality itself. It's said that cultures vanish because of their appearances, because they're lost in their non-time or other times. So they vanish from the reality they were once in. There you go. You made your save and you're nauseated.
I'm looking for a way to circumvent that, but I don't think I have it.
Yeah, nausea is the mean one. Okay. Next person. Runehide.
I'm gonna step in next to it.
Well, what are you going to do?
Well, I gotta move action,
Yes. I'll go back to you so you can...
and it's here. The
Okay.
flying stuff, right?
That's where it's at, and you guys are 80 feet above the actual floor. You'll notice I have an 80 next to you. That is how high you are above the floor down below. He's floating above it. That's why you don't see him as small. So he's not standing on the arch. He's floating 80 feet above it.
Yeah, one flap.
Okay. And how high are you flying up?
Next to it. I'm chaotic.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to go up then
What
85
can
feet.
protect me from his attacks?
The area you see rippling around it, that actual blue energy swirl, that's the area this thing is affecting. You need to get out of that area. So we're talking you move over here or you go off the side of this thing.
It has to have an enemy to target so others can deal with it. So I'm gonna take a hit for 1 round, see how it goes.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, Runehide.
Alright, so I need to do a will save?
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, I see. Nope.
I don't know why that rolled twice.
Oh, it's just something going on weird with the platform today. I noticed it on
Okay.
some of my stuff too. So I'll just take the first one.
Okay.
I need you to make a perception as well because you are going unconscious, but you notice something as you are going unconscious.
So this is the real fun part about ambushes. Normally I'd have a way to re-roll that save, but I don't right now. Oh, what the
And a
fuck?
perception.
So, that was the wrong one, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Well, no, you get to do a religion too. You just didn't get anything. And the perception
Okay.
does get you this as you're dropping unconscious. As you feel the waves of energy pulling your mind towards the staff, and you're feeling who you are slowly draining into it, you see runes flare up all over the arch. These runes are actually in segments and done into hexagonal plates, but they're absent. You can see the energy pulsating there, but there's no plate in that slot. You can see what looks like 4 of them on the arch. And as you're slowly going unconscious, some of the symbols you see, you know, are on the broken plates you're carrying as you pass out and go unconscious.
Perfect. I'll add that to my notes.
And I will put that unconscious buff on you. Okay. Okay. Before I go to the next one.
Wait, I didn't do a will save.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Get me out.
No, you're right. I only saw the religion check. You made the saving throw, so you were only nauseated.
Okay,
So we didn't have to change anything in the round.
thanks.
Darmus.
All right. So if I remember correctly, what everybody else is doing, I gotta do this. I gotta do that, and that.
Yes, you did a. Ooh, nice knowledge religion. Nice knowledge. Close. Close.
20.
I know.
Best I can
Still
get.
not high enough, I know. But you did make the will saving throw, so you're only nauseated. And but you did make
I
it
don't know
so
what
you didn't have to do the perception check because you didn't fall
Okay.
unconscious. But with the perception check, I can tell everybody that made anything higher than a 30, you do notice what looks like the ruins of many armies down there in that broken banners, twisted kind of like standards that are poking out of the ground, broken in other areas, faded white by the sun. But you also see large chests, like great gifts were brought here as well, in massively decorated chests. I mean, I can't underplay this enough. When I say there's a million skeletons buried in this, I'm not joking. It is that decimated. Armies came here and fell and died. And you see that remnants, but you also notice those things that I mentioned, Tim, are over here. You can probably see them lightly where I'm pinging at. Those are actually intricate boxes that, as you're noticing them, seem to be made out of andamite and mithril and sigiled locks. So they actually have glowing runes on them that act as their locks. And that's very visible from where you're at. Okay. And now, are you moving anywhere?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Well, my camera's. Sorry, I had my camera moving around.
Right.
What the fuck? Go away. No thanks.
And I
What in the
have to
hell just
ask
happened?
for everybody's turn that's passed by, are you ready for combat? Like weapons out kind of thing?
I just closed my.
I would assume so since you left a threatening area underwater, but I'm just checking.
I
Oh, my
I'm
weapon's
ready
still
for
out.
Okay.
combat. I still have.
I
my
was,
combat.
yeah, and I had my rapier out.
Okay.
I would be ready for combat, but I'm taking a real good nap right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Are we just floating, or how the hell can we
No,
move?
you're standing. You can just move forward. If
Okay,
you
I'm
move,
standing.
it'll begin descending you towards the valley below. You'll hit some areas where you can actually. I'll have you do a climb check. That's the only thing you can do unless you've got fly.
Okay, here we go. I can move my sight around. There we go. Where's this? That staff thing? Something in front of us, right?
Oh, right here. It's the thing whirling about, rippling out of
I'm gonna
reality.
hold my move. I'm gonna
Okay.
hold my move to go with everybody else.
Okay.
When somebody starts making a choice.
Okay.
So I'd be
You
done.
see the figure in front of you. You see him begin to move his body. As he does, he's going to do.
Symbol. We see that symbol over his head or above him?
Yeah, that's actually in the ground. It's a portal.
Okay.
Here's my CMB. One, two, three, four, five. Runehide, not worried about you because you dropped out. Empress has her longsword. I'll start with her. What you guys watch is this. You watch it ripple through the dimensions, come over to your area. It stops by each one of you in the front as you watch it do what looks like a flurry of blows, but it's doing disarming strikes. And since its hands are open, it's literally ripping your weapon out of your hand if it's successful on its attack. It's CMD against your armor class or against your CMD. It's CMB versus your CMD. If I beat it by 10, I pulled it out of your hand and threw it onto the floor below me, back on the ground about 80 feet away. So I literally just tore your weapons out of your hand and threw them. And then I rippled through the dimensions, teleporting each time and then appeared back on there. Others have seen this before. This is a whirling dervish maneuver. This guy literally did his 5 attacks, rippling through the dimensions, only ever treating it like it's a 5 foot, and nobody gets an attack of op against me doing this. And I do have improved disarm, unhanded or unarmed. Okay, starting on first person. Runehide, your weapon was on the ground. I just threw it, and I believe that was probably the blood axe. Azek, did you have any weapon in your hand? Got Empresses. I gotta check Empress's number.
Yeah, I had a rose.
Okay. Then against your CMD, I did a 41. Is that 10 enough higher to disarm?
My CMB.
Your CMD.
I'm trying to. Oh, 35. Yeah.
Okay, so he took the rose, threw it on the floor. So
No.
I will grab that.
By the way, this kind of creature, is it immune to energy attacks or something like that?
Nope, not that you got, just high resistances, which means a lower
That's cool.
damage. That's all that would mean.
Thank you.
Yeah. Runehide. I threw out the ruby rod.
So
Rod.
I do have.
No.
Go ahead.
Since this is an artifact that's bonded to me, do I have to like specify that I pick it up after I wake up, or if we like for some reason get emergency teleported the fuck out of here, will it follow suit with me, or is it just stuck here?
You'll probably have to go get it.
Good to know.
Cool.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Well, might be a useful way to cheat my way out of my end of the deal, but
Hey, hammer of
Who knows?
thunderbolts are nice because they come back if you throw them, but very few items actually do that. Brian, you're number 5. I got a 56 on your CMD, so I imagine you had one of your rapiers in your hand.
No, I had my bow.
Oh, you had your bow?
Crossbow.
Bow of ashes?
Crossbow.
Oh, crossbow. Okay.
Repeater.
Yep. As you can see, these things are just appearing out there on the ground. Darmus, I hit you with a 56. You were my last one because Gwendolyn doesn't have anything.
All right. No, we're Dex gauntlets, locking gauntlets.
No, it wouldn't stop me.
Even if it was locked in place.
Yeah, that's any normal locks, unless you have something that actually is like a sovereign glue that requires another chemical to remove it, I can disarm you. So literally, if it was a lock gauntlet, I just broke the lock gauntlet with this blow. If we need to
I
do,
just know
yeah.
Dex.
So
I just know Dex were magical gauntlets. I didn't know what they were.
yeah. And your CMD's a 46. I got you by a 56. 10 on the money. Hey, what do you know, man? Sunsword, or which one was out?
My Avenger.
Oh, the Avenger? Okay. And that is over here. It does that, ends up back over there, and then crosses its legs, and it's floating at 80 feet in the air. That's all it does. And when it does this and all the weapons drop, you can hear their thuds and tings on the ground as they kind of echo. You notice that one of the platforms, a symbol begins to glow on it.
Sorry, which platform? As in on here or on the floor? I'm a bit
Right
confused.
here.
Glowing.
A rune appears glowing on it. I'm pinging it right now so everyone can see.
Ah, right. Okay. Ah, there. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's his turn. Kitty, your turn.
What are you going to do? Take my voice away, Ursula?
No, he didn't pop you in the throat. Give me your mouth. He takes your mouth. You go, no mouth. No, he didn't do it. No, he hit the ones that had primary weapons out. So.
Oh, okay. So what do you want me to do?
Well, first you have to do a will save so you don't fall
That's what I
unconscious.
needed.
Second, you need to then decide if you're moving somewhere because you're still nauseated.
Knowledge religion.
And then you can do a knowledge religion.
Okay.
Ooh, you're dropping. As you're passing out, you realize
That I can't do a knowledge religion. Damn.
no, you can too. Oh, that's so close.
Did I just realize in a religious standpoint that I'm fucked?
Yes, you did. No, you were the closest of the group on that religion check. So,
But not quite close enough.
no, it was right. It was very close. You were right there, cusp of getting it. No, you're pretty sure that's a Hundan, and same knowledge that I gave to Azek on it. So you know it's an extra-dimensional creature that is birth of chaos from limbo. And when these things appear, normally they expunge the existence of entire cultures. And I want to stress that that's what they do. They appear and they expunge an entire town and anybody who knew of that town. And that or city or kingdom or even an entire empire. And you know for a fact that entire dragon empires have been wiped out by one of these things. Just one.
But I'm the only female standing here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the only one who can really understand chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So can I do like speak with animal?
No, but you get a perception check.
I'd have gone with the woman part. Maybe he's a bigot. I'm just putting it out there for people to think about.
Oh, there we go.
I
Are
want
we
to point
saying
that
under
out
the
to-
hood's a feminist? That's just wrong. I'm just saying.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry.
It's a numerologist and a feminist. You're doomed.
Oh,
I just want to point out that you try to use the argument that you are more chaotic than anything else when you
Yes.
have chaotic stupid in your party. I've lit
yeah.
myself on fire
I know.
as an offensive weapon, and you're
Yeah,
more chaotic.
But you didn't rip out your spine and throw it at your enemies like he just did.
I know I had to step up my game.
Yes, you've set yourself on fire to kill swarms. I do know that.
I'm just saying I understand chaos a little bit better.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if could we have like a chaos off? We get lawful stupid. They stand there and they do the most chaotically stupid thing in the world, and it's like, all right, you win. Yeah, that's fair.
And you guys have a dance off to Michael Jackson's "Smooth Criminal," right?
But if you think about it, it's like
cool.
I understand it.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that I am. It's just I get it.
The last time we had a chaos off is real bad. Tim in accounting fucking grew an extra pair of tentacles, and a dude had his heart disappear. We can't have this happen again.
Okay. Let me just write that down. Note to myself: no chaos off anymore. There, got it.
Okay, what you do see, because did you make your will save? No, you didn't. As you're going unconscious as well.
So I can roll it again.
No, but as you're going unconscious, you see the runes on the archway as well. But your perception was so acute to it that you noticed it's actually meant for broken rune plates to go into, to form runes on the arch. So you can actually see the crack lines in the plates, indentations, because there is that recess where the plate would go. It actually compensates for a gap in the plate in areas.
Okay.
And
So
then
we're actually looking for a broken plate.
and your party collected a whole bunch of them the last time they were submerged. They were swimming around grabbing these floating pieces of plate. And now you go out. Okay. Okay, that was Kitty. Oh, did you want? Oh no, you don't get a move because you blew the save. Sorrel, you know the routine. We can do a will save. We can do a perception check, and you can tell me if you're moving.
Knowledge, religion. Or you can just fall down.
Okay, you made the save. You are nauseated. Blah.
Blah.
Attic. Same thing. You're sure that is definitely Hunden.
Yep, definitely Hunden.
That's bad.
Hound. It's a hound.
Hunden. You guys have caught that their CR is between probably 21 and 24, so you know.
Oh, that all.
A single
Shit.
one. Yes, a single one.
Shit.
Are they evil?
Chaotically so, yes. Absolutely. But you do know that since these Hundens exist out of reality, it's iffy on how things will go towards things affecting them. They could have a higher spell resistance, in other words. Just FYI.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if they were like out of bounds of our morality system.
Yes. Yes. They probably are. Chaotically so. For sure. If not chaotic neutral, probably chaotically evil would be the guess. Because they kill wantonly and no one ever knows why they appear either. They work for some unknown agenda.
In mysterious ways.
Yes.
Did
Who
Kitty
did?
get a chance to say anything about the plates?
I think everybody still had the telepathic bond going, right?
Right.
So yeah, you
Not
would
me.
have known of it. You would have known of it as they fell. So. Oh yeah.
Wait.
Huna. Yeah, Huna. Yeah, that's a good show. Yeah, so the plates were mentioned, I believe, by both Runehide and Kitty. But Kitty probably said broken plates as she went out. What did you say? Anything? Yeah. Okay.
Is there any connection between him and the Eye of Ra?
Unable to tell that. That would take greater examination, maybe even with magic.
Okay.
Nothing you got going now? Did you want to move it all?
Yeah, I'd like to move up. I'm gonna hold up a broken plate, and I'm gonna point at the room.
As you bring up a broken plate, you can feel the energy inside of it. And that energy inside of it is trying to counteract the nauseousness you're feeling. But you can actually feel a side of the arch it wants to go to. But even if you release it, you're unable to fully release it per se, because your hand and your mind still want to go back towards the spine and skull. Think about it as, you know how you can be repulsed by something? This thing is attracting you. It's pulling you in. And
I
that's
don't want
actually
it.
one of the powers of this creature, is it has this strange attractor.
I do not enjoy the Great Attractor. I guess that's my turn then.
Okay. Gojin. I fucking think took your weapon. And there's blood all over the place from it appearing next to you. It's pretty gnarly, dude. I mean, there's like pools of blood everywhere now, all over that area.
My shave come up.
Oh yeah, you're going down. You get a perception check too.
For what?
See how thick your eyelids are.
People are just dropping out of this call.
Yes. Yes, they are. The strange attractor is messing people up. So we have
Did that come up?
yes. Your perception check also allows you to see where your weapon's at, which is right here. And you did notice that there are these strange plate indentations on the arch. But I'll also give you a disabled device check too, because of your trap finder skill. This is all as you're going unconscious. Oh, you can feel that thing overwhelming your minds. Oh, good one. The plates, there's a gap in them because specifically there's areas that they turn. So this is reforming plates, but it's also a mechanical trap to where, or a mechanical device to where you need to spin the disc to get the plates to fit correctly. And they're interwoven the way they go around the arch. So a plate, even though it's broken into maybe 2 or 3 pieces, will turn around and it will not just be formed where it's at, but you have to spin the piece to fit into the piece above to eventually make the full plate. You don't just say, oh, this is a rune that looks like an A. I put 3 pieces together. It looks like an A or 4 and stick it there in the plate. You put different plates like pieces of an A, a B, and a Z, and then those parts twist and lock up into the places above it where other pieces would fit down into that and form the actual symbol. So this is a mechanical puzzle, not only just a broken plate puzzle.
Shay, have fun getting that working.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard one. You're thinking that's going to be really hard to do. As lights go out. Okay. And as the lights go out, it is the strange attractor's turn. All right. The strange attractor first moves. Since Azek is closest to it, it moves directly into your space. Once it moves into your space, it is this simple.
Wait, you placed twice?
The actual attractor itself moved into the same space you're actually at. As it gets closer to you and there's no way for you to move away from it, you notice that in the heart of the skull, one of the eyes, you see what looks like a black vortex. As that comes to you, you feel your life energy drain directly out of you. It just gave you 1 negative level. And then it moves to Sorrel.
Don't I get a save or something?
No. You will at the end of the day. And if you fail, it's a permanent level. That's not restorable by restoration. Yeah, this thing's not a fun creature. Sorrel, it took 5 levels from you when it moved into your space. I will add the negative levels.
What the?
I will. Oh, I actually moved Azek accidentally because they were sharing the same spot. I will move you back.
Are you saying I gave Sorrel 5 levels?
Nope. I'm saying he lost 5 levels and you got 1 negative energy level like you died. Azek, you got 1 of those negative levels. There we go. It is active. Sorrel, you got 5. Move it a little bit forward so I can get at you. So the only thing I don't like is there's not a way to put priorities on tokens. 1, 2, 3. Each one of these will be a fortification save at the end of the day, or they will become irrevocable except through wish. Wish will fix it. That's the only thing it will. Just so you know.
Okay.
Sorry, my system's running slow. I don't know why. Well, I do. I'm running this in Chrome. I accidentally started up my DM's interface in Chrome. It just doesn't do it.
I had like 6 dice on my screen before it caught up. It was kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like everybody's at 100 ping too. Don't know why.
Everybody that's me, Sorrel.
Okay. One more. You're good. Unfortunately, sorry. There you go. And I have one more move to make. And I will move it to the next closest, which will be Empress, actually. Move you back to where you were, Sorrel. And unfortunately, Empress gets 2 levels lost. At which point, the attractor, it actually goes back to him. I'll move Empress back up here. Okay, beginning a second round. Wait. Gwen needs to make her save. I forgot to do that last round. Gwendolyn's fort save, or will save. Oh, not a good one there. That is not her strong suit, and she is unconscious. So Gwen is down. So she has no action this turn. Anybody that was unconscious just gets, unfortunately, they're skipped this round.
Is there a way for us to be knocked back on, like, to full
Revive?
wakefulness?
Yeah. To be brought back? Only if outsiders do something to try to change that. But
It's like
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's something that you can't do yourself. That's something.
Okay.
And I gotta duplicate that one more time for her. There we go. She's set. Unpause. Okay. Jolie, you did make your save.
Can Chain Lightning wake them up?
You'd have to cast it and find out. These are things you guys do real time live to figure out. Jolie. Well, shit.
Okay. I mean, I've only got a movement I can do because I'm still nauseated, aren't I,
Mhm.
until the end
Yep.
of this turn.
But at the end of this turn,
Um,
you'll gain a quick action at the end of the turn. So yes.
right.
Before
I want to find out. I want to find out stuff about this. Well, about the staff first, and then the dead guy. So, I'd like to find out stuff like defensive capabilities, immunities, attacks, and things like that.
The knowledge is planar, and I believe everybody already, or religion, and you already did it as the also getting a monk bonus. So I gave what you guys have on this thing.
Oh.
So there's no other things unless somebody has a commune spell, a contact other plane, can ask another creature. Everybody's already got their rules on the creature. So the knowledge you have is what you guys have. And I think it was already shared that it's from Limbo. It's an outer plane you're being, and it has resistances to energy types, and a spell resistance. And that's about it.
How about the staff though? Because it's a new
Unknown.
foe, isn't it?
That the staff thing, that's the attractor. That thing is unknown. It's just part of him, and nobody got enough knowledge to get that, what it actually is.
Okay.
It's kind of like saying, I'd like to know what spell he can cast, if any.
Okay. I mean, I'll sort of. Which ones are actually unconscious? Because I'll fly over and give them a
That is
shrug or a
Runehide.
slap.
That is Runehide.
So I'll fly over to Runehide and
Kitty.
give him a slap.
Nothing happens. You move over and push on him. I'll give you that as a move. And nothing
Something
happens.
more rigorous as well would be fine. Like, as I said, like a slap or a kick. Because my kicks will.
20 level monk, that's gonna hurt.
I'm gonna pull my punch. Obviously, I'm not gonna whack him straight in the face. Although.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say to everyone. I tried to wake him up, but he's in real dreamland. Can I also, because I'll say it to everyone, can we, considering the fact of what he's just did, is this place dimensionally and teleportingly safe?
We're not in the first world anymore.
Yes.
Right. We're not in the first one.
That's been cleared last session, I think.
Yes, because you felt that the bounds of reality are a little more stable here, so that you can actually use your abilities to transport or teleport. You think. You haven't tried it yet, but you think.
Okay. Well, that's my movement phase. I'm wondering whether I can do anything. I'll say to everyone, I think we need to take care of that staff first. It's being a real pain. Who's with me?
I'm with you, Captain
Yep.
Obvious.
You're in a lot of that.
Well said. Well said there. I've never heard it put any better than snoring sounds.
I will try.
I only have a quick action left, so what can I do with my quick action?
Here's that. Well, running away is off the side of the cliff. That's kind of scary.
You don't have to use it in the end.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just wondering whether there's something that could be useful to use it on. Might as well use it while I can. What's my mythic point? I think I may use a mythic point. It may be useful against what we're about to go through.
Clock is not ticking.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I had it pay it pause. My bad.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, that's it. I don't really want to
Okay.
use that unless I have to. So yes, that's it for me.
Okay, Empress.
As I said, move up to what's her name? Give him a slap. No, it's not
Yeah,
working. Give him a kick. Didn't
yeah.
work.
Empress is trying that too. She's moving over here to Gojin and trying to help him as well.
So somebody should try the Sleeping Beauty method.
Kissing? Yeah, nope. She's not kissing. That dwarf's too ugly.
I was thinking of shouting, "I'll get the round in," and I think he'll wake up pretty quickly.
There you go. All right, Azek, your turn.
What about Gwendolyn and Oh yeah.
Gwendolyn is
FirstWorld.
out. Empress moved over to try to wake Brian and didn't work.
Oh, wait, Gwendolyn fell asleep.
Yeah, she passed out. I did not do her save, and I did it before the end of the round because I looked in my chart and did not do the save for her for will save.
Damn.
She's down. Yeah, it hit her.
Okay, I'm gonna overclock. I'm gonna use a mythic point to cast Mythic True Metamorphosis.
Okay.
There, one out.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna. What it means, I'm gonna get all the same things I have right now, but I'll be considered a construct. I get construct traits.
Excellent.
Immunity to a lot of stuff, like energy drain. So
But you gain vulnerabilities to things like Golem Bane devices.
probably, yeah.
Gotcha.
But still.
Mhm.
Okay, that's step
And
one.
could you click the spell as well, please, so we know it's running too? Thank you, sir. Awesome.
Okay. Well, I got a move action. Can I reach for the stuff?
It flew back over there. It flew back to his side. It did two
But
moves.
everything is tiny. I don't know where he is.
It is right here. I will ping it. There we go.
The center of the blue whirlpool.
Yep, it's because it's so far away. It's small.
And they're near the ground. They're 5 feet.
He is actually floating 75 foot in the air, and the staff flew back over to him and literally vanished inside of him. Because remember, he ripped it out of his own body. It was his spine and his skull he threw at you.
Mm.
It wasn't a staff. That's why it was pools of blood everywhere as well. He literally ripped it and threw it at you, and then it came
So
back to
there's
him.
no more effect coming from it.
No.
So he basically disabled us and moved back.
And disarmed you too.
Disabled, yeah. Disarmed, disabled, yeah.
Yep,
There's
did
no
both. Yeah. Yeah, he disabled you physically and mentally in some ways, and then disarmed your devices from you as well, and left them quite far away from you. So.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start moving toward the Nexus thing with rune plate. That would fit some of the arches.
Okay.
So like 20 feet with rune plate. That is partial rune plate.
Okay.
Not treating him as hostile anymore.
That takes you down to 60.
That's it for me.
Okay. Runehide, you're beginning to wake up. Anybody that failed their saves is going to be nauseated one more round past this. Those that, and since you're the first one that fell unconscious, you're going to be the first one to know this. As you became ill, you saw the screaming kind of destruction of thousands of lives. The way to describe this is if you've ever seen a Hellraiser movie, you felt like you just did a mind meld with a freaking Cenobite, and I'm not kidding. Okay? But there's another side to this as well. That dread, you can feel it inside of you. It's physical now. That physical loathingness, you feel it permeating inside of you, and you don't know if you can let it go. It was so freaking horrendous, you need to do another will save. Because as you
Does it
stand
mean
up, if you blow this one, you're insane.
does immunity to fear help with this?
No, nothing to do with fear. I'm literally driving you insane. It is one of my abilities.
Try to see if there's anything. And am I able to pop any like free actions before this goes off on me?
No, because you're coming up from unconsciousness. You were actually from full prone. So you're
Okay.
awakening, and you're awakening nauseated, which really only still gives you the move. So, and it's at this point, while you're retching on the ground from what you saw, you're doing your save. Alrighty.
That's my will save.
Alrighty. Please roll personal for me. Private to me.
And do you mind PMing me what it is?
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Thank you. These types of things are far funnier if you can just do it real subtle like.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm copying the effect to you in a Discord message so you have it. But the cure ratios are not valid. This is if some other weird thing had done it to you, not this thing. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's the problem you guys got with these guys is you're dealing with the high CR creatures now.
Just to be blunt,
you're not sure what will remove this, and I'll be very honest, it's not going to be Empress's spell, so we'll stop right there. And that's even if she was able to mythically power it. So
I just assume that there is no cure for it, whatever's coming.
That could possibly be the case. All right. And you should just got that. All right. At that point, when you do stand up, okay, and we'll random roll what that is. Your effect isn't going to do anything just yet. So, okay, and you're nauseated, so that leaves you can move if you want, but you feel the nausea slowly passing.
Well, I'm going to enter my rage.
Okay.
So, let me pop that.
Insane person going into rage.
I mean, let's be honest here. I wasn't exactly sane before this happened. Let's see here.
So you know, I'm going to type in what yours is underneath it, so you're aware of what your thing is.
Okay.
Do you see that? You don't want to do that. Yeah.
Well, there's a problem. Hold on. Let me send you something.
Okay.
I have to pull it up real quick.
Okay.
I'm not saying like no to the insanity. I'm just saying it might have to be re-rolled. Screenshot that.
Yeah.
Once I figure out how to actually send the screenshot, we'll be good.
Clippy. There's a tool inside of Windows. If you're on a Windows machine, it's called Snip. Oh, there we
Snip.
go. That'll do it too. Which part are you thinking?
It's the
Fearless part?
Yep.
Nope. This is not a
No.
fear. What this is this is a mania. And it's not that you're scared to do that. It's you won't do that because you know you will die. You will just be destroyed if you do. It's kind of like it goes a little beyond fear because it literally this makes your heart race and it does things to you that a fear effect does not do. So, and I gotta point this out to even the paladin in the group. If I make you insane, that is not a disease you're immune to, and it is not a
No.
fear that you will be able to overcome because of your class ability. So, because just like a paladin can have his ability stripped away and be a normal guy, what this thing's doing is giving you madnesses that you can't resist and that go past any magical fortification. Here's a great example. You can have a mind blank up and I can still make you insane by this guy. So if I can blow through an 8th level spell, I'm blowing through class abilities like they're nobody's business. Just let you know. So
Okay.
and I only here's a kicker, and it's gonna help Tim. I only afflict mythic individuals. So Tim might not get the madness. Gojin too.
But I'm
Kitty
not mythic.
though.
Well,
No, you're not mythic. You died, dude. You have no mythic levels. No mythic power. You were dead. They are gone. You're just
I'm already insane, so
wow, you're gonna be even more insane. So
my last thing is I'm going
yes.
to pull out the impact growing butchering axe from ye
Okay.
olden days.
Okay. Time to shed some blood, but he's already bleeding.
No, yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay, so let's restart it. Tim, it's your turn. You're coming up from the effect, nauseated, Cenobite visions in your brain.
Well, no. I'm trying to move up, but I can't.
Oh yeah, you're going right.
Okay.
The slant that you're getting ready, you guys can just walk down that without a climb check. But if you go any of the either sides, you're going to be doing a climb check.
So you got to go down this way.
Yep, go
Then
down
go
the ramp.
I think that's all I can do. That's still
Down
not
to
it.
60. There you go. Okay. Anything else? You do have a swift that becomes available to you. So if you have a quickened action, you could take it, but not a standard or full round.
Take my lay hands as a swift action, and I do it to myself. Give myself back 29.
Okay.
Maybe.
You see it move its fingers out of its fleshy robe as you see it begin to, looks like it's incantating. On your turns, if you'd like to know what it is casting, or if you have a counter spell already in mind, like you have a counter spell ability, let me know that now, because he is spell casting.
I want to know what it's costing.
Yes, you have a counter spell ability that you'd like to use?
Yeah, I've had enough of his casting already, and I'm gonna.
Okay. So then make your spellcraft. Anybody that has a counter spell ability that they would like to try to use? Yep, you made it. He is casting an 8th level spell. It is called Orb of the Void.
Do we know what this spell is?
It creates a weightless sphere of pure negative energy that can move up to 30 feet around. If it enters a space with anybody else, it also drains energy as well. But it can become attached to a person and stay there on them until it drains them entirely. It does normally 1 negative energy per round. And this is actually the drain, so you have to do the save at the end of the day, otherwise it becomes permanent. Much like the attractor did as well.
If we can, it seems like a good one to
Yeah, it's an
dispel
8th
if we
level
can.
spell that you'd have to counter.
You want me to cast it now, or?
Yeah, I believe it's a caster level check.
Okay.
And are you using something that gives you a swift action or an immediate action to do this, since you didn't have a readied action?
I don't.
Okay, then you can't counter. Without a swift or without a readied action, say I'm going to counter, or a ring of spell countering, there's no way for you to counter a spell somebody's casting unless you're actively ready for it. So.
I don't think I do. So
Okay.
I guess.
So he gets the
Sorry.
spell cast. Oh no, no big deal. It happens. Let me bring this out. It's not going to be as big as what you see. It's actually going to be smaller. I guess gotta shrink this image down that I'm using. And this is orbiting around him. I'll put a little ping by it so everybody can see where it's at. They didn't see it come out. There's a small little round thing here. Oh, ping for me. Well, it's not wanting to ping, guys. Maybe I can ping on this one. There you go. See the white ping? It's right there. As
Gotcha.
it comes out, you see him expel mythic energy. You've seen it before as you watch the eldritch fire go around his body and energy as it cuts that thing in half and makes 2 of them. As they begin orbiting him. Okay. And at that, his turn is done. That's all I wanted to do. Kitty! I think you're picking yourself up off the floor. need to double it. You have a move action. Yeah, but you still get a quick 2, which could be music for you because you can actually do your music now as a swift. Yes, please. As you're getting up, you have the same fear or loathing. I need you to do another will save too as you're standing up. And then with the will save also comes or sorry, not a will save. Sorry, it's a percentage. My bad. It's a percentage. Ooh, Song of Discord. Percentile dice, and it's on your tray over there. It's the 2 little dice. See in the chat window? Yeah, the 2 little dice right there. Just click those, and there you go. Yeah, just do it once. Yep, and hit it. There you go. Okie dokie, Kalamazoki. Amazing.
You know, I don't feel comfortable when you giggle.
It happens. Okay, yours is going to be easy for us to handle. I'm going to put a note in your character so you know as well. It's going to be underneath that buff page. In combat, you will have to do a will save every round or you will become confused. You can't. Well, this is a mechanic. This is a mechanic, so I'm just saying. And I'll put this under the notes. And I will give it a heading 1. There we go. And I'm done. There. Okay. You did your turn. Sorrel.
Do I have a full round?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, this round everybody I believe is up because you were only nauseous last round, so it's passed. Anybody that was
Okay.
just nausea, the nausea pass. Make sure I take that off your characters if it's still on there. Nope, it's not. Okay. Yeah, should be gone.
I'm gonna dimension slide to here, and I'm gonna attempt to start placing plates.
You start the dimension slide, you feel something like a hand grab you, stop the teleportation, move you over to here. As you're moved over to this location here, literally it redirected your teleportation. You feel energy begin to swell around that area. You see the storm kind of moving back a little bit from you. As you see a rune appear underneath you, and it just starts pulsating.
Okay. I'll start trying to place plates on this one.
Yes, you're able to put 1 plate on per round.
Okay.
So 1 broken piece. 1 broken piece.
Yeah.
When you do that, you need to use a use device.
Use magic device.
Yep. Oh, not use magic device. Sorry. Disabled device.
Would
Tip.
disable.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry I asked now.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
I did say try.
Yeah. Yeah. It does. You go to place the plate up there, and it did 1 intelligence damage to you. You feel the energy ripple back as you see what looks like silver tendrils come out of the arch itself like needles and slide into your arm. But when they hit you, they didn't pierce your flesh and damage you. Their touching you made you begin to forget things that were commonplace to you just a moment ago. You can feel the gap in your memory happening just by that one little touch. Put that into your attributes as a negative. And that is a drain. Oh, drop that modifier down by 1 point.
Oh my god.
Got you off your capstone number. Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
Well, that's all.
Standing next to that thing is very horrific. Seeing it drip the blood down, I mean, it's pretty gnarly. Just want to point that out. It's really pushing at the walls of sanity looking at that grotesque thing. You've seen some nasty things, but that's pretty bad. Okay, Gojin, as you're standing up, please give me a percentile. That is in the chat window, all the way down at the bottom right is D100. You only have to click the 2 little dice things once and then hit roll. And it'll give me a number. And then I will put a note in your character once that is done. Ooh, interesting. You're right there with Runehide. You guys are going to share the same thing. I'm not going to keep it a secret. I mean, you guys can if you want to. I'll let you guys say it. I'm going to put a note in your character. Ryan? And I do love the carousel. It makes it so easy to get at you guys' characters. Man. Or your token. I don't even have to go find your token. I'll make it very big so we can read it. There we go. You should see it in your character now. All right. You're still nauseated for 1 round, so you get a move action, but you also get a swift if you have a swift action you would like to take. So.
I'll move. Fly over here.
Oh, sorry. I had pause. You can't move. Go ahead. My bad. And you said you're flying somewhere?
Yeah, flying across to the slope.
Okay. I think you got a 30. Are you using the ability from the armor?
Yeah, celestial armor.
Okay, it gives you a 30, so you can go to like right in front of Tim if you want to.
That's fine.
Are you going to stay at 80 feet, or do you want to land on the plateau?
No, I'll stay like 5 feet above it.
Okay, so you're going to stay flying. Okay. So that'll move you back just a little bit more, and I'll drop your footage down by, you'll be at 70 versus 60. There you go. So you're flying a little bit above Tim's head, a little behind him. Okay.
That's all.
At this point, Sorrel, I need you to make a saving throw. This is a will save.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you have linguistics and any ranks in it? If so, you get to roll it real quick. Oh, nice. Good. You're going to give everybody a +9 to their saving throw. As you're trying to put in the first plate and you get stung, you hear a obviously Osirian voice speaking. So think a mix between Thessalonian and Varician. And what it's saying is in a booming voice, which broadcasts out over the telepathic link to everybody that's on the link. You all will make a saving throw. The saving throw will be at a +9 on top of whatever you normally have, because Sorrel made his save by 9. It's a DC 30. If you fail the save, it will knock you unconscious, unfortunately. Again, stop what you're doing. And that's all it says. But it set it on such a powerful mental level through telepathy that it replicated all the way through your telepathic bond.
Damn.
Yes, and it broke the bond at that point. It shattered your telepathic bond and destroyed that connection. You'll have to recast it.
So what's the save for Will?
Yep, Will, and you get a +9 on top of whatever you normally would. The DC is a 30, or it knocks you unconscious again. This unconsciousness is 1 to 6 rounds. Oh, everybody's getting good saves. There we go. You didn't have to make a second save round.
Okay.
Oh, Gojin got a 1. That's bad. Okay, there's a floating dwarf in the air. You've heard when pig flies, well, when dwarfs float. There you go.
He's not good with this mind shit.
Yeah. This is a warrior and a rogue's not their forte, man. They do not have strong saves on that.
Don't feel bad. I'm down here at the puzzle going, how do you do this?
Yeah. Okay. Everybody else made it, so you're all good. No other repercussions from that. Just you guys felt the loud yell come through there. And it sounded like it came from Sorrel, but it was not his voice. And anybody that does have linguistics that does get higher than a 20 knows that was Osirian. And the symbol of Ra is an Osirian symbol. Okay, that was that round out. We're going to start the next round, but I need to take a 5-minute to use the bathroom, if that's okay with everybody else. We'll take a quick 5-minute break or 10-minute break, grab a drink real quick.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
that'd be good.
Sounds good.
Grab one as well.
I'll put up a little clock for us for 5 or 10. We'll do 10. Give me a second, because I'm going to actually log out of
That'd
the
be
game
good.
and log back in and change my stuff around real quick. Okay, pause the game.
Cool.
And I will be back.
I don't know what they're doing.
Slowly making my way.
How we do? What you doing, puppy? Hey, puppy. Hey, boy. You get to go. Yes, oh boy. What do you think, huh? What do you think? What do you think? I think Tommy didn't clean up after himself. Same thing with RJ, who maintainer and he's laying around. What? What do you want? Hmm? You think you want something? What do you want? Point it out. What you want? He's like, no, wrong cupboard. I need to go over here. What you want something? What you want? Which one you want? Get it. That? No, no. Is that what you wanted? Hmm?
Still on break, getting my stuff reset. Oh, that's crazy. I actually have to log in. I've noticed since they did the updates to Foundry, sometimes logins will get hung inside the game.
Oof.
And then I have to actually go in and kick that person, which is usually me.
It's no bueno.
Not at all.
But yeah, email is probably going to be the most reliable way I'll have to like contact the outside world.
Oh, when do you actually ship? When's that coming?
Oh, it's coming real soon.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But it's now, is
Oh,
this a 1 year for you or a 9-month?
anywhere from they're telling us like 6 to 7 months, but I
Oh,
have a
okay.
funny feeling that
It'll
that's
be
not.
longer. There's too
Oh
much
yeah.
going on right now in the world, man. I get it.
Oh, way too much. It's one of those things where like I already told my wife to be prepared for 12 months.
Yeah.
What I don't like is that at the time I said that I was being paranoid.
Yeah.
I think there's legitimate cause for that right now.
I agree. I agree due to the similarities. I had a brother-in-law that was in the service, and about that, it was an ex-brother-in-law, and it was right around the Desert Storm time, right before all of that kicked off, and they did the same. He had to turn around, and he was 18 months, which was unusual.
Oh God.
Well, they extended rotations because they called in National Guards and everything else like that too. So it was like,
Yeah.
Let's hope that doesn't happen to you.
Oh, I mean, I have hit a really weird point of zen about it. Like, I fucking hate the boat. It's my own personal handcrafted hell because I'm a little bit of an antisocial personality type. But at the same time, I'm cool with it because it's the last one. I got my fucking request to leave paperwork, so I'm happy. But I'm doing the math, and it really could be 8 months only. because my last deployment was the withdrawal from Iraq, and that was about 7 months, 7 to 8. But at the same time, the Russia situation has gotten spicier in the last week, and that's why I'm like, this should be interesting to see how it shakes out. So, all kinds of fun situations adding to it. But email is pretty consistent because we have one computer that works. The only weird part is that it's going to fucking pop up as a military email. So some systems don't
Oh, that's okay.
like that.